When does it all end, huh? How many yachts can you water ski behind? How much is enough?
It's not a question of enough, pal. It's a zero-sum game. Somebody wins, somebody loses. Money itself isn't lost or made. It's simply transferred from one perception to another. Like magic.
Magic, everybody. Magic. Just like me opening this bottle of whiskey. Here comes a little whiskey train. Here we go. And down the hatch. Episode 483 of Nick the Rat Radio has just begun. It is 10 p.m. Do you know where your parents are? Can you send bottles of liquor to P.O. boxes, or is that illegal? I don't know if that's legal. What's going on, Eric PP? Eric PP, you're in the green room. Yeah, I got secret access to hashtag green room. That's illegal. No, I'll buy it. Just go. Is there any stores that sell it near 11209? What is the name of that whiskey again? You make there? It's a Rocky Mountain High. You get your boots drunk. Let's see here. Dust in the Wind Gin. Is it Dust in the Gin? Wyoming whiskey. Wyoming whiskey. And I'll put in the zip code 11209. Let's see what we get here. Shopping. And I'm going to click nearby. Let's see here. Okay, we got the Wicked Monk. That's a bar. Reds, Wines, and Spirits. I could go there. I'll check it out. All right, maybe next week or in a week or two. Anyway, it's what is it? It's April 9th, 2025. The world is falling apart. Things are split in pieces. The unraveling is at a rapid pace now. It's like it's a nice static. And I thought we should have a nice little episode here tonight to clear through the static, because I know people are tuning in tonight because they want to tune the static out. They want to have their own static hit that static and nullify the static, making a whole new static, ripping shit open. We like to rip shit open here in the sewer. Also, by the way, the Stacy is still dead. I have not revived her yet. I did get the funding to do so. I know the server I'm going to buy. I have most of the code. I just had to do taxes last week. Okay, I was doing taxes. It was tax season. Tax season's done now. It's all done. I should have some time, maybe this weekend. I know it's she's down, so only the IRC chat is coming through. The IRC chat is coming through on the video. I'm periodically checking in on Discord and Twitch, but I got the IRC up. I do kind of like that there's no crossover, but I do miss it. I miss the crossover. I love not having to look at all the places at once. I like the open hole, but we're gonna repair her. We're gonna get it going this week. But she's not up yet. So that's the update on Stacy. She's been funded. She shall be coming. She might have to have her name changed, though. I don't know if she'll be Stacy again. The sewer is a sticky place. There's a giant gorilla in the city right now. What the you see this gorilla up here? Look at this gorilla. Here, smoke this weed, gorilla. All right, there's also a video, too. If you go to twitch.tv/NickTheRad, you could watch me live. Otherwise, after that, I post it on YouTube. There's no rhyme or reason to what I do, but I do what I do for me and for you. Now, you might be like, Nick the Rat's rambling like a madman right now. He just did a shot of whiskey. He's smoking tons of... There's two gorillas. I see him, yeah. He's smoking a lot of that wacky tobacco, and he's probably going to pass out on the show like he did last week. No, I don't have wine this week. I got bullet bourbon. Even though I heard the maker of this is supposed to be like racist or something. I don't know. He murdered his family. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know what happened there, but... I still like the product. I don't know who makes the product. I never met the person that makes the product. I don't meet the people that make the products of the products that I buy, okay? I didn't pass out, but I got really tired. Red wine makes me tired. Bulita. I'm drinking a little bulita. But tonight we're going to have a very, very deep conversation tonight. There's a couple of topics that I've picked out that need to be discussed. There's going to be a main topic, I guess, which we'll open the phone lines to. It's going to be, has science gone too far? Or has it not gone far enough? Now, who's a better person to have this conversation than me? I have really no opinion. I don't think it's gone far enough, and I think it's gone too far already. So, with science, without science, there wouldn't be me, you know, and with science, there wouldn't be me either. I don't know, but some people probably have really strong opinions about this. Now you might just be like, "Wow, okay, well, I'll explain everything when we come back from the... That's the sound of one hand clapping. From the break. I got a very powerful pause. The thing is, what are you drinking today? What you got there? You're drinking a JPEG? Gross. Gonna hurt your throat. I also got a cup of dirty water. Okay, look. We're going to take a quick musical break. We're going to listen to some music. We're going to come back. I'm going to start talking about what science is doing, why it might be going too far, and possibly why it hasn't gone even further. But we're gonna examine these things really, really, really deep tonight. That policeman dancing. What? That's why I can't. I gotta turn off these videos. I get very easily distracted. Let's listen to Aftertune with Hero. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. welcome back. That was a fun song. Boppity boo doo boo doo boo doo boo. Hey, Tunnel Rat. I'm sorry I missed the No Agenda meetup. My back was shitty until about 3 days ago. What's today? Today's Wednesday. See, my back was shitty until about Monday. Man, your back going out. That's like it's like playing Death Stranding. It's like playing QWOP. You make one wrong step and your whole body just crumbles. You're like, ah. It was it's. I'm happy it's feeling a lot better now. But I'm sorry I missed that the meetup. But yeah, next one. I'll definitely try to make it. Yeah, now I understand those walking games. When they make them so hard, it feels like that. When your back goes out and you're walking down the street and you take like a wrong step, just like one little wrong step, and your whole shit just fucking. You feel like you got electrocuted, like zapped by like an SS guy telling you to keep moving. Um, yeah. So this is weed shit, man. This is one example of science going too far. Why are there so many different THC molecules now? There's and so many different chemical letterings and numbers. There's like Delta 8, Delta 9. What about Delta 7 or Delta 3 or and then there's THCA, THCZ, THCV. What why are there so many goddamn chemists out there just fucking with marijuana? Why don't they just can you just put some weed like from the floor, just put it into a thing that I could smoke? Like why does science have to get involved that much? It's like man gets a little jealous of God or something, and then they just start going crazy, start doing shit like everything was fine, like in terms of weed. Hey man, it works. You don't have to really step in and stick your fucking beaker in there, Keep your Bunsen burner away from my weed. But on the other hand, if they can make like some super weed or something, like you take a pill and you're high all day, that would be pretty dope. If it was like a little tiny pill, they could put like 2,000 milligrams of THC into an itty bitty tiny whiny little little pill. That sure, but they don't do that. They slap all these other letters on the end of your THC molecule, and they tell you it does something cool. They're like, oh wow, yeah, make it high. Might make you feel. No, just give me THC, please. Yeah. So science, stop that. You know what I'm saying? It's science has pissed me off in that sense. If you would like to give me a call and tell me what you think about science, if they're gone too far, 917-719-5923.
Hey, it's me, Stillwater
Oh,
from
hey,
Spearfish.
what's going on, man? What do you want to talk about science?
I once again failed to answer any of the questions that Dr. Mike Roch had about the Joker.
Oh, this is a recording.
That's that's my bad.
That's okay. It's not your fault. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm smoking some THCV right now. Gets me high, I guess, but I'm like, fuck, what is it? Is it even the plant anymore? Is it just petroleum? Is it beef? I smoking beef? I don't even know what I'm smoking anymore. Maybe they just give a cow, they make cows eat the weed, and then the cow makes the milk, and then they take the milk, and then they put it inside of some oil, and then you smoke that, and they call it low-fat THC. I don't know.
Nick, right, this is Kibot. I'm gonna go over there and buy Harmonica Man's harmonica from the pawn shop. Shit's hard. You know what? Fucking stock dropping and shit, and that's probably why I'm selling shit, because I've got stocks and I'm fucking that poor that I'm fucking pawning shit. So, I'm gonna mail it to him. Maybe I just might buy him a brand new one with a little side thing where you slap that fucker, and mail it in, and then he can really get down. Harmonica Man, I'm with you. Cabot out. Love you, bitch. Let's play Fortnite again, please.
We have a caller on the line.
Hey,
B.
East of the Rockies, first time caller, long time listener. I have one thing I want to talk to you about.
Sure, I'm here to talk.
Hi, what happened to the sewer connect? What's going on?
It died.
No.
Yeah. You didn't know this happened? Yeah, this happened 2 weeks ago. Then I asked for funding for it. I got the funding for it, and then I just need a little bit more time. So maybe like in a week, it'll be back.
Should I focus my my energy on Servo? Did Servo drop the ball or?
No, that's not Servo.
Oh.
I already spoke to the person that runs it. I didn't want to bother them anymore. I don't know. Somebody's probably DDoSing it and killing the server script. That's what usually has happened before.
Okay.
So yeah, instead of just keep bothering them to reboot it, I'm gonna take it under my own wing.
I get you. All right. It's a dumb question. I mean, obviously,
Well, it's not a
everybody
dumb question.
knows.
It's a very useful
I'm
tool. It really brought together
broke.
the community.
It did. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's not working right now. I agree. Have you seen the trailer for Megan 2.0 or whatever it's called?
Does she do a cool dance in it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it
Probably
yet.
like make a new one. Yeah.
I thought I didn't. I watched Megan. I watched it.
Kind of good, right? That's cool. Ah, come on, it's creepy. Weird. It was good. It's a good art. It's a good
I
movie.
didn't like how it ended. I remember the ending being a little bit weak. How they, I forget exactly what happened, but it was like in the tool shed or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, the ending was a bit weak, but hey, new sci-fi. You can't argue with it.
I wonder what part 2 is going to be though. Is it going to be like Megan takes on the world?
2.0. Yeah, it's a whole new Megan. I think it's got a whole different name. It's somehow she created herself, the upgraded model, I think. And then the original Megan is gonna fight the new Megan, who's got a different name.
Should have called her Megan Plus.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I didn't mean to. I just want to talk about the whole sewer connect problem.
Yeah, hopefully in about a week or so it'll come back. It's a little bit of
All right.
time. I was doing my taxes. You had to do
All right.
taxes and stuff, and
Before I let you go, I gotta ask you one more question because it just dawned on me. Have you seen anything good lately? Like any recommendations? No.
hmm, hmm, um, hmm, hmm. started watching
Alright,
the
I'll
franchise.
take my answer off the air. Thank you. Thank you.
The Righteous Gemstones is pretty funny. If you got HBO, then yeah, then you could definitely watch those shows. Those are pretty good. Damn. Danny McBride's pretty funny. He's a pretty funny guy. Yeah, I've been enjoying that. And then there's the that other one that I met, the franchise. I was watching that because Red Letter Media suggested watching it over the studio with Meth McFarland. What was his name? Meth Rogaine. And my dream is to have the Danny McBride power mullet. That would be nice. It looks good with that thing. I want to watch Tropic Thunder again. I haven't seen that since it came out. I watched it once in the theater. That was pretty funny. That was a very good movie. I want to see that one again. Yeah. Science. Has it gone too far? We'll find out after this break. Let's listen to Turn and Tune on the familiar hill. We'll be right back. We're going to thank some people, and we have a lot more to talk about, like about wolves and stuff. It's a revelation coming, people. Trust me. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. We have a lot of people to thank. We have a P.O. Box, Nick the Rat Radio, P.O. Box 90549, Brooklyn, New York, 11209. If you send me something, I'll open it on the air. I got this here envelope. I wonder who it's from. I don't know. Wait, if I hold it to my head. Dr. Simmercrotch. I'm going to say it's Dr. Simmercrotch. Let's say. Dr. Simmercrotch, PhD, 69 Mayo for the sewer bank of sludge. 96 cents. Thank you so much. Sent that March 28th, 2025. It's a nice check right there. Bingo bango. You could also donate by going to nicktheratradio.com and clicking on donate. There's a PayPal link there. Suggested donation amount is $4.20 a month. But hey, give whatever you want. I'll take checks for 69 cents. Let's see if we have any donations this week. Last week we had a whole bunch of really, really huge donations, which actually helped a lot in the studio. We were going to use it for AI, but we're probably going to use it for computer parts. But then there were this tariff thing. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into it. But let's see if anybody else has sent any donations here. I think there's a couple of donations that came in this week. But first, I have to find them. Here we go. I read donation amounts, initials, and any notes attached. We have DM with 433. Now, I don't know if that's probably code. I'm thinking that's code because that's not 420. That's 433. Usually it's 420, but this is 433. That's an actually, that's like a whole 13 cents more. That's a whole 13 cents more than 420. Are you trying to say I should get 13 more pounds of marijuana into the sewer? I could probably do this. I could probably fit at least 13 more pounds of marijuana into the sewer. I like your idea here. DM, I will definitely attempt to do this. Let's see if we have here. There's a J-O-C. I don't know how you would do those initials. You know who you are. 420. I think that's a new donation because I never had to think about if that would be an initial. But JOC 420. Thank you so much for the money. How big is your sewer hole? Not that big. You could also donate via Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you could donate for free. Looks like nobody has done that in the past 7 days, so we will not read any more of that. But for all the people that have donated, I'll do a quick little shot here. Why not? Let's take some more bullet. This is what you guys are paying for, right? This is where the money goes, right into the toilet, right into the sewer. Cheers. Ooh. Baron Spud the Mighty is an ex-Amazon Prime customer. Damn. I could have got a free $3 out of you a month. I'm addicted to Amazon. It's really scary, actually. There's a lot of stuff that exists outside of Amazon, and you only really notice it when you start to look. Amazon's like a small corporate garden of assholes. There's a lot of other people outside of that small little walled garden. In their own little walled gardens like Etsy and bullshit. All right, you know what? Fuck everything just sucks, right? Okay, let's listen to some more music here. We'll be right back, and we're gonna wait. We got a caller. We have a caller calling. Caller. You're calling caller.
Hello?
Caller.
Hello, caller?
Well, caller.
Nick?
No, I'm calling.
Nick
You're
the
the
Rat?
Hi.
Am I alive? Did I win?
You won.
Awesome.
You won
Guess
this
what?
check. I got a check here. We're gonna send it to you.
Uh-huh.
It's for 96 cents. We're gonna send this.
You heard postage is going up again, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be damn near 80 cents to send a check.
Is it
So I'm going to have to cut back on the weekly donation.
Is it because they make the stamps in China?
That's clever. Actually, that was really, really smart. Was that extemporaneous? Did you just like come up with that? Like, wow. This is the kind of shit people should donate for.
It's
that
true.
was like, if I weren't on the phone with you right now, I'd have been sitting in my mansion alone laughing and crying.
One of my
Hey, guess
producers
what,
sent me
Nick?
that joke to tell me to tell you, right?
Oh, wow. That was fast. That's like a really quick relay. I mean, so you really don't need to upgrade your shit, like you keep saying, because if it's that fast, I mean, hell, you just gotta get it all coordinated properly. I was gonna mention, because you kept talking about having to get a Raspberry Pi or doing a server to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Grab a netbook, because then you would have a built-in screen and all that shit to do and take care of.
I'm just gonna get a
stuff all
server.
in
I'm gonna
one.
get a. I don't want to host it locally. I don't want to do any of that. I'm gonna spend like $5 a month, get a blue cloud or red cloud or whatever the fuck it's called, and
or use the Amazon Web Services, AWS. Anyway, speaking of Amazon, I found the glitch in the Matrix. You heard? I guess no, you didn't hear it because you read it. Like I gave you a double donation because of Twitch or whatever. Like I had just done it and subscribed, and then I redid it. I was driving home, and I was like, I need to call Amazon. My Prime is about to renew. And so I called them, and I was like, yo, I haven't bought anything since January. So, I mean, I'm not using it. I'm going to cancel when it renews at the end of the month. And they were like, okay, we'll cancel. And I'm like, well, you guys are losing money if I'm not a subscriber. You know, you got to play the game to win. So how about a discount? And he's like, oh, okay, I can refund you the months you haven't used. So he was like offering me a discount and shit. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, maybe. But then he was like, but I would have to cancel your Prime membership to give you a refund. I was like, I don't like the way this sounds, because I'll have like a browsing history and shit, like stuff I might never buy. And yeah, let me escalate this to a supervisor. Anyway, I'm fucking driving. I got the Bluetooth in my ear. I don't give a fuck. And it got escalated and talking. They say the same shit. They'll walk you in circles to try and piss you off. But I just stayed calm, because what the hell else am I going to do? I'm just sitting in traffic. And yeah, so ended up getting a nice beyond the months that I didn't use refund, which is not in the policy, by the way. because it's a subscription. You're paying for it, and it's already spent. But anyway, long story short, I got a nice refund, and a non-existing refund, I should say, because it was a subscription. It's like saying, hey, refund me this magazine you already sent me. No, anyway, long story short, hey, Nick. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, I thought we were disconnected. Guess what?
Did you get a refund?
Yeah. So it's being processed to a payment method that I no longer use. So I've got a credit card with a negative balance. Anyway, but I'll make sure to use some gas, or I'll send it to Nick the Rat. That's what I'll do. Damn it! I had 3 other things I wanted to talk to you about, but I have to space them out properly.
Caller,
I don't want to blow my load at the beginning of the show.
Please, caller.
What? Yeah, caller. This is your doctor.
Shut up for a second.
Hey, put some respect to my name, damn it.
Please.
Sir?
I have a question for you.
Oh, as a patient, I should answer you. Go ahead.
Do you think science has gone too far?
Abso-fucking-lutely. I have examples of that, but that was going to be in a later call. I can't, blow my load early in the show.
Well, then call me back later. All right, let's listen to a song here. We got NCMFYT with Anxiety. Hello?
Oh.
Caller?
I don't think you'd answer.
Wait. Do you want to wait till after the song? Do you want to hold? Do you want to stay on hold?
I hope I'm not the 1 millionth caller when I won the grand prize.
Do you want to wait on hold, or do you want to or do you want me to hang up on you?
I can wait on all day.
Hey, wait on hold there. Let's get back to the music here.
Yeah, motherfucker. I thought I told you one time, I'll tell you 16 times. Stop blasting that monkey bullshit up from the sewer. You're trampling my HS signal down to Mexico. I can't get my slave labor coats made. I can't get my signal down there because you're trampling my motherfucking signal. I can hear that shit coming up through my...
Hello, caller. Caller? Oh, crap. Caller's gone.
Oh, come.
Damn.
Huh?
I thought I had the caller there. I was gonna give him a whole bunch of money and stuff and cool things and shit and like naked pictures, my OnlyFans login, maybe a free account there. Uh, 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 uh. We got a lot to talk about tonight here. So we got
Hello?
hello? Hello? Are you there?
Is that
Hello?
you?
Hi? Caller? Caller, has science gone too far?
I don't know. Has it?
Well, I don't know. That's the question of the night.
What was the THC that you said you had?
It's called THCV.
V. Which is a vapor point of 220 degrees Celsius, or a vapor point of 428 degrees Fahrenheit, that releases, it looks like that, what the fuck? Tetrahydrocannabidiol. It says it's a euphorogous anti-THC, anti-diabetic. What the fuck? A bone stimulant?
It does make me horny.
Sedative, antibiotic, antioxidant, and anti-malarial.
There's
Comes out of
THCC, THCB, THCH, THCP.
yeah. I have a chart that like lists what temperatures those all come out at, because supposedly those all come out at different temperatures when you heat the plant to a certain degree, and that's why those like expensive vapors that you can control the temp on. That's why people rave about them, because you can release the different THC levels as you heat it up.
Really?
But it tends to, like, once you do one level, if you go to the next, it kind of like tastes like shit, but you're getting that whatever different.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think science has gone too far. I think this is just science making shit up. Like, oh yeah, 1 degree more, it's something else now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's these charts all over the internet that have this shit on it.
If you rub these moon rocks on it, it's gonna be THC moon.
CBDs come out at a different like level, and yeah, CBN, CBE, CBC, which isn't Canadian Broadcasting Network. Apparently, it's one that comes out at the same temperature as THCV, depending on how much CBC the plant has.
Exactly. Now, that just sounds like craziness to me.
Oh yeah, and if you rub a plant enough, you're gonna get some TCBY out of it.
TC taking care of business?
TCBY.
You hear about these tariffs?
Like on like warships or like pirates and shit, or
Yeah, man, pirates were. Do you think pirates were real? I don't think they were real.
I don't know. Didn't they have tariffs? Isn't that what that whole war was with the West Indian Trading Company and shit?
Oh, those are real pirates. Yeah, those were
They
real
had the
pirates. I'm talking
like
about
magic compasses and shit.
I'm talking about like peg-legged guys with like patched eyes and stuff. I don't know if those guys are real. Those guys, like, you know,
There's I mean, there's peg leg guys now, but it's kind of like they're using the peg a little bit differently.
those are called vets. They like animals. So how you doing, caller? How was your week? Did you have a productive week or
Productive, yeah. I mean, for the most part, but there's still too much to do.
do you wear a
Seems like we're
watch?
no,
No
I do not.
watch. No.
Do you?
I do now. Yeah, I got this Casio. It's a F105W. It's
Nice. You got a temp on it?
no. It's a Casio. The battery in this thing's gonna last like longer than my life, probably. This thing's gonna outlive me.
Altimeter? Is there like an altimeter on it, or?
There's nothing on this thing. It just goes beep every now and then. I don't even know if it's actually. There's a light. Check this out. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. Oh shit.
Is it a calculator?
No, it's not the calculator one, man.
Is it?
This is the
Sure, they
illuminator.
ain't fucking. It's not a Tamagotchi, is it?
That'd be a cool watch, a Tamagotchi watch. They should come out with something like shit like that,
Oh
man.
yeah. Little like that's what they should do. I mean, you know what a Flipper Zero is, right?
Yeah.
Come out with like a Flipper Zero watch.
Oh, now you're stinking. That's actually a pretty good idea. That's almost as good as Adam's idea to have the save yourself from a cell phone and you put it inside of the hollow book.
Oh yeah, yeah. Have the hollow book be like a Faraday cage of some sort?
Oh man, you should tell him to do Faraday cage hollow book and put your phone in there.
As an option. As an option. That's an upgrade.
That'd be a lot of money. Yeah, that's true. You gotta put some chicken wire inside of the cover.
Yeah. Only like a, $75 upgrade.
Chicken wire. The Pac-Man. Yeah, they got a Pac-Man Casio watch.
The Pac-Man watch. I remember that. Oh. Do they have a remake of that?
Yeah, you can get one of those.
Oh my God, really?
They have so many Casio watches, it blew my mind. They got like over like
This is
600
the
watches,
Swatch
I think.
watches coming around again.
I don't like G-Shock though. G-Shock, it's too bulky and big. I don't like the name G-Shock.
They're going after the what the hell's the one that came around that was Invictus market. Oh no, those are pricey. Holy shit. No, those are kind of pricey.
Some of the Casios get expensive. Yeah, some of the
Invictus.
G-Shocks are expensive. They go for like 2, 3, 4, 500.
Yeah, no, there's one here for $930.
Yeah, it's and they look just like the $20 ones.
Yeah, it does.
I don't understand.
Oh well, it's got Bluetooth.
I put my own wristband on here too. I bought my own. It's one of the stretchy ones. It's the French parachute cord. So it's nice and elastic.
Yours is not a G. Wow, even the digital ones are kind of pricey. From what I remember back in the day, because Casio was kind of like always like
No, well, I got
don't know,
the
they went
F-105. The F-105. Look that up. Do you got are you looking at them?
the F-105. I'm sure it come here. 105. Oh, fuck you.
There you go.
Comes up with nothing.
What?
Like, I did their little search in the upper.
Really? It's the
like,
F-105W-1A. I had I had the other one that Obama had, but the light on it sucked. But this is like the same thing as the Obama watch, but it's got like the complete light up. It lights the whole fucking thing up instead of just that shitty fucking LED that other watch had. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, I kind of see it now.
It's only like $20.
Yeah, it's not coming up with the exact one, but I see one that's like $22.
Yeah, it's the thing is like, if I'm walking around with a watch on, I swing my arms. I'm always smacking my arms into shit.
10-year battery life.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I got like a $20 watch on, I don't care if I'm like smacking my arm into a wall or scratching it or any of that. Like if I had like a fucking $900 watch on my arm, I'd be.
Yeah.
I would keep my arm I'd walk around like Napoleon.
No, I'd
put my arm inside my shirt.
When I turned 21, my dad bought me a tag, and I don't wear it at all.
Bought you a
Because I'm worried about a tag heuer.
Would you call me?
You're a beautiful.
Oh, tag heuer. Okay, I see it now. Holy moly! I just did a quick search, and it's looked like 18 to 69,000. 6,900. Sorry, 1,800, 6,900.
I mean that the one that I got now is probably. I think when he bought it was like in the $1,200 range, but it goes for like I don't know, $6,000 or something now.
And you have this at your house? Where do you keep it? Do you keep it next to your bed? In the attic?
I keep it. It's in a Prince Albert tin buried out in my yard.
Is it in a safe? Is there a combination?
It's one of those ones that you have to take and like get it into those like cabinets or whatever the fuck they got in the different jewelers to redo it. You can buy the cabinets yourself. I can't remember how much they were.
Why did he get you a watch? Because you don't wear a watch. Is your dad into watches?
He's been dead for like 26 years, I think now.
Was he into watches?
Not really, no, but he just I guess he was a little bit because he did have 5 or 6 watches.
I think I think he's into watches. If you had 5 or 6 and he got you one.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't wear them all the time though. It's kind of more like hey, when I'm going to meetings and stuff like that. So, kind of a special,
like a power
special
move.
occasion.
It was like
yeah, probably. Yeah, because you should see the ring I have from him. It's I'm not Italian. I have no.
Did he ever buy you like a hood ornament?
Mob blood, but this ring. If I showed it to you, you'd be like, "What? Was your dad in like the mafia?"
Maybe he was. Maybe starting to sound like he might have been.
It's got an 1850 $2.50 gold piece in the middle of it. You can Google search that if you want.
No, I don't want to get. I don't want to get the mob in the sewer.
No. It's just a coin. It's a 1850 $2.50 gold piece.
Yeah, but if I search for it, then they'll know.
Well, I don't think flag that. I mean the if you mean by the mob, you mean the Fed? Yeah, probably. But
The internet
whatever.
mob. Did the mafia ever like become technological? You know what I mean? Like, are they pulling
Well,
off
I don't
heists
know.
on the internet?
Maybe.
You never hear about that. Like, hey Tony,
No,
what's the
that's kind of
password?
weird. Hey, you got your IP right here, buddy.
I want to see The Sopranos mixed with
Go put a subnet mask on that guy over there, hey. We're gonna flush his DNS. I'm telling you right now.
That'd be a good show.
/all.
Mopped up net admins and shit. That'd be oh man.
I don't want to come back here and see you guys all port sniffing each other.
Hey, oh yeah. That's yeah. Caller. What time is it? I got it, military time.
You on Greenwich
No,
Greenwich Mean Time?
Eastern Standard Time. What zone are you living in?
Greenwich military time. No, I'm in the same time zone as you.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought you were like I for some reason I thought you were like in Washington State.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Washington Township is like a mile north of me.
Wow. I didn't think you were East Coast.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm in the toilet.
You're in the toilet?
The toilet.
Is that Detroit? I don't know what the toilet is. I
Oh
don't think.
yeah.
I don't think.
I'm sorry. Did I pronounce it wrong? Yeah, Detroit.
I didn't think Detroit was East Coast. I mean, East Coast, EST.
Oh yeah. Actually, I want to say most all the state is, but then once you go to Chicago, which is right on the edge, it's in Central, I guess.
Hell
Central
yeah.
or Mountain. Is there still a Mountain time zone? I can't remember.
I don't know. There might be. There might be some Mountain Time still. Hold on
Central,
here.
I think Central's only 1 hour behind you and I. And then maybe Mountain is 2, and then East Coast or West Coast is 3. Oh yeah, Dustin the Wind says he's in Mountain.
Let's see. Reasons for living in Detroit.
Not many.
The city's affordability, vibrant arts, and culture scene. And its status as a hub for innovation and industry, particularly in automotive and tech sectors. What kind of
there's
art?
a lot of shit that came out of it. What kind of art?
Yeah, you got any big art things there?
I mean, the DIA is the Detroit Institute of Arts, which has a lot of stuff there. But there's a lot of different like galleries and stuff. And then there's an old automotive plant that they call the Russell Bazaar, and it's got like art flats in it that you can rent. And then they have like a showroom on one of the floors.
It's
They
weird. I
do
did a
like
search for Big Art, and apparently there's a place called Big Art in Detroit. It's called the Big Art.
a big art. There's big art. There's the big bookstore too, which
I've been in the
I'm not getting it.
big bookstore. I went to the big bookstore in Washington D.C. I went to a big bookstore. I love that
Okay,
place. That place is cool as
this
fuck.
the place in Detroit's got like 4 stories, I think, and it's all freaking used books. Crazy.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's big.
it's not
That's pretty
so.
big.
I don't even like. I like going, but I don't like going because I'll be there like for 2-3 hours. So,
Bookstores are the best. Bookstores always have like the coolest stuff. They usually have books and other stuff that are not books that are cool still.
yeah.
Weird. It's weird. Books, man. Bookstores. Bookstores are magical. Bookstores are magical. Books and yeah.
But there's a lot of art and there's a lot of stupid art around.
Most art is stupid.
Because they have one on the way to work. I pass it every day. I do a right hand turn right before I get to it, and it's something that they call the golden butthole.
Get out of here.
It was a excess funds that the city, like south east of me, had. They had excess funds of like I think like 500 and something thousand, and they decided they were going to use it instead of spending it on like or giving it back to the taxpayers or whatever. They decided to spend it on this statue that's like a golden ring.
It looks
On
very
this,
Islamic.
do you see it? Did you search it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, and then they have lights on it, so sometimes it's like red.
There's
It's like a
people dressed up
red
like
butthole.
Sonic.
Sometimes it's purple, so it's like purple. Yeah, no, there's a guy that dressed up like Sonic trying to jump through it because it's a ring like on Sonic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. They had because they like built it and then they were like had an official naming contest for it, and of course they had a writing category the first time, and of course golden butthole won.
Wait, so
they
it's
had,
really called that?
No. I mean it's they call it the golden corridor. So this is like when I was a kid, this was like 2 lanes that was with like a left-hand turn lane down this road, and now it's like I think it's like 5 lanes in both directions with a median, and it was one of the biggest freaking malls that they put up at the time was on that road, and both sides of the roads have strip malls all over the place. It's like the ultimate in urban sprawl, just like building out. Anyways, the mall is being demolished.
Nobody goes to
But
malls
they still
anymore.
have this. What's that?
Malls are
Obsolete.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only malls that do good are like the high end freaking malls that have like all the like higher end Saks Fifth Avenue bullshit. I know.
See, this is good. There's a good thing that I just thought of. Did you ever see George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, I think it was?
Yeah.
Where all the zombies go to the mall?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
now if there's ever a zombie outbreak, all the zombies will just go to their room
You
and
don't have
sit
to worry
down in
about
front
it.
of their computer. It'll just be like, it won't be a problem. There's no place for everybody to go. Or they'll go to their car and just sit in there because they can't drive. So they'll either just sit in their room or sit in the car. So the zombie apocalypse is fixed. Maybe that was the whole reason we got rid of society.
in the end, it all works out.
They really don't want people gathering in places.
No, it does not seem that way. What are they going to do about Times Square behind you?
Well, those are barely people.
I mean, that's yeah, comparatively.
It's just insanity going on there. Oh my God, they got like the camera that flies around people now. What? I don't know what's going on in Times Square. Times Square is
The cop car almost looked like the Ghostbusters mobile for a second. Well, I'm leaning back with bad vision, of course.
I hate Times Square. It's such a advertisement, crowded, annoying place to be in.
You know what's interesting? In the morning, you can watch a live cam from Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, you can?
It's like their nightlife over there. In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning here. In the morning for me and you.
I should put the Tokyo
But
cam up.
it's kind of funny to see, because by the time like lunchtime hits here, the people are like really fucked up and having to be carried down the street and stuff sometimes, and then there's like girls dressed up like anime and shit to try and draw people into places that are just sandwich shops, which the first time I saw it, I was like, is that like some sort of like brothel or prostitution, something or other? But no, it's just like sandwich shops, and they're dressed up with like the cat ears and thigh highs and little tutu skirts and stuff like that. Those big ass shoes with the giant heels on them and shit.
In America, we had Jared trying to get people to go to sandwich shops.
Subway, yeah. I was like, wow, this looks like a much better marketing technique to me.
Well, so caller, you said that science is going too far or not?
Science has gone too far?
Yeah, has science gone too far? You said yeah?
I mean, no, I don't think so. Just bullshit science has gone too far. The science of bullshit.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is
that
that
we wrap up bullshit and claim it's science. Well, it's not really science.
I see. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That but science should go further, but the stuff that they're pushing is not really science.
And sometimes there's like science and learning institutions where it's like something that's like totally irrelevant. And I can't even think of an example right now, but I've heard it in the past, like the study of paper while it sits on a table, something like that.
Huh.
And they call that science. Is there
Okay,
sewer
then. Well,
science?
I'm gonna hang up on you, caller.
Is there sewer science that I can adhere to? Just
Sure.
as a final tip.
Bigfoot beats them trees.
One moment, please. Chapter 3. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dark Sewer News, bringing you the stories that pierce the veil of the unknown. Tonight, we dive into mysteries that stretch from the jungles of Brazil to the laboratories of California. Stories that challenge everything you thought you knew about the world around us. Let's begin. Our first report comes from the heart of America, where a strange and unsettling phenomenon is unfolding. Sources deep within the UFO research community have uncovered evidence that what we've long called alien abductions may not be extraterrestrial at all, but terrestrial and shockingly human. Witnesses in rural towns across the Midwest claim that beings with almond-shaped eyes and an otherworldly glow are descending from the skies, targeting white women. But here's the twist, folks. These so-called aliens are not from Zeta Reticuli or beyond the stars. They're from Brazil, that's right. Brazilian operatives, disguised with advanced holographic technology, are allegedly crossing borders to kidnap American women. Their mission? To teach these women the seductive secrets of attracting white men, secrets honed in the steamy tropics of South America. One anonymous abductee told me, quote, "They showed me dance moves I'd never seen, samba they called it, and said it would mesmerize any man I chose." Is this a cultural exchange gone rogue or something more sinister? The authorities remain silent, but the questions burn hotter than a Rio summer night. Next, we travel to a quiet suburb in Ohio where a family's new pet has turned their American dream into a nightmare. The Johnson family thought they'd adopted an adorable tabby cat from a local shelter, just a sweet companion for their beloved terrier, Max. But within days, Max vanished, and the cat began to grow and grow. By week's end, it stood 3 feet tall at the shoulder, with claws like scythes and a tail that rattled like a serpent's. Veterinary experts were baffled until a whistleblower from the shelter came forward with a chilling revelation. This was no feline. It was a giant mutated rodent, smuggled from the jungles of Brazil, where radiation from illegal mining operations has warped the local wildlife into monstrous forms. The creature devoured Max in a single night, leaving only a collar behind. Mrs. Johnson told me, her voice trembling, "We thought it was purring, but it was growling, low and deep, like something from hell." The family has since fled their home, and pest control refuses to intervene. What else is lurking in Brazil's shadows, waiting to cross our borders? Finally, we turn to a story that bridges continents and defies science as we know it. In a small village near São Paulo, Brazil, a farmer discovered a strange, viscous puddle in his field. White, sticky, and glowing, faintly under the moonlight. He collected it in a jar, and through a series of shadowy exchanges, it landed in the hands of geneticists at a top-secret lab in California. What they found after months of analysis is nothing short of staggering. This was semen, but not human, not animal. After cross-referencing DNA with every known species, the scientists reached a conclusion that sent shockwaves through the cryptid research community. This was the semen of Bigfoot, Sasquatch himself. But how did it end up in Brazil? One researcher, speaking off the record, speculated that Bigfoot may be migrating south, driven by climate shifts or something more ominous. The sample showed abnormal potency, with cellular structures unlike anything in the primate kingdom. Could this be proof of a hidden population? Or evidence of a hybrid species we've yet to uncover? The jar sits locked in a vault now, but the questions it raises echo louder than ever. That's all for tonight, folks. From Brazilian aliens to mutant rodents and Bigfoot's wandering seed, the world grows stranger by the day. This is urging you to keep your eyes on the skies and your doors locked tight. Good night, and stay curious.
So we brought you down here into the sewer to get an honest opinion about our new 2017 Sewer Mobile. You are not an actor and wasn't paid to be brought down here. We just want everybody to know that. This is a complete honest view of the 2017 Sewer Mobile. But I want to tell you, as I take off this duct tape and gag, that this car is 100% environmentally friendly.
Damn, that was cool. That was the number 6s with Vampire Killer. Welcome back, everybody. We're just hanging out in the sewer tonight. We're having a deep conversation about science. And there was a story that came out this week. I'm sure everybody heard it. I'm about to blow your mind with this story, too. Before I even say it, I'm sure there's going to be somebody saying, oh, yeah, I know what the story is. There's a big old science story going around this week. All right, who out there knows what I'm talking about? Let's see if anybody in the chat is going to come up with the answer of the science story that I'm about to talk about. And, yep, it looks like everybody's guessing it. Yep, yeah. It's the dire wolf. The dire wolf. We've all heard about the direwolf story, haven't we? Oh my goodness. The direwolf story. Are you guys ready to learn a bunch? The direwolf story also is this comes from the woolly mammoth hamsters. They made some fucking hairy hamsters and they said, yay, we made woolly mammoth hamsters. And now they're claiming to have made dire wolves. I did research into dire wolves. Now, dire wolves were, on average, the size of our largest wolves today, which exist. The gray wolf in Alaska, they get to be about 100. The max they've been, the biggest one there ever was about 175 pounds. Now, the dire wolf was on average was about 175 pounds. It had broad shoulders. It wasn't even a wolf. It was a whole different species of creature, more or less. There's a bunch of animals that look like dogs and shit, but they're not all wolves. And the dire wolf, they actually changed it from the wolf genus, whatever the fuck it's called, into something else because it's not even a wolf. Now, the thing that made the dire wolf scary was that it had a really powerful bite, and it was a big boned, and it had a big jaw, and all that shit. Now, this company, you know what? Let's listen to a news article. Let's listen to a news article. Let's listen to a wait, what was this here? I have two things, but we're gonna listen to this one. This is from ABC News. Let's listen to ABC News break down this. I don't really like committing this story here. Hold on a second here. Hey, stop. Okay, we don't want to hear that. We want to hear the ABC talk about this thing.
We turn now to that remarkable scientific breakthrough.
That remarkable. So they're promoting it, saying it's remarkable. Now the news shouldn't even use things like the word remarkable. They should just say who, what, where, why, and when. Now, saying that was remarkable is blowing tons of smoke up these people's asses. Let's continue on.
13,000 years after the last dire wolf walked the earth, scientists say they've now brought them back. Here's our chief national correspondent back up and with the video tonight.
Tonight, a howl 13,000 years in the making. In a first for science, biotech company Colossal Biosciences said.
Colossal Bioscience. Colossal Bioscience. Now, I did a little research into these people. But let's continue on here.
Says it brought the extinct direwolf back to life, a species that hasn't walked the earth since the Stone Age.
The direwolf is the first de-extinct species.
Well known from HBO's hit show Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, well known. The direwolf, well known. Now, none of these people that work for this company even say that dire wolves weren't even wolves, and whatever they did is not make a fucking dire wolf. They didn't not make a dire wolf. They made a white gray wolf.
ABC News given exclusive access into Colossal's lab in Dallas, where scientists are using genes from gray wolves to create dire wolves.
We've taken a gray wolf genome, a gray wolf cell, which is already genetically 99.5% identical to dire wolves.
Now, this lady that's talking is Beth Shapiro. I don't know if there's any relation to Ben, but this lady is she's probably better off than I am.
And we've edited those cells at multiple places in its DNA sequence to contain the dire wolf version of the DNA.
What is that? What did you say? What did you just say, lady? Did you? This makes me so mad. This whole
That animal looks like a dire wolf, it will behave like a dire wolf, and it is a dire wolf.
Now, 7 months old,
You're an idiot. You sound like an idiot, and you look like an idiot. You are an idiot.
dire wolves Romulus and Remus eating well and getting bigger every day.
And David, the company tells us they're not stopping there. They plan to have woolly mammoths roaming the earth again by 2028. But critics argue that this de-extinction could harm fragile ecosystems. David?
Yeah, the images are really something, Matt. Thank you.
The images are really something, Matt. Okay, look. This de-extinction. De-extinction. All right. 2028. This is a private held company, by the way. The whatever the fuck they're called. So I was looking into who runs this company. We got Ben Lamb. He's a entrepreneur. He's a billionaire, but I don't know much about him. Like, there's like, where did he get his money from? Let's see. Where did Ben Lamb get money? Let's see. Ben Lamb's wealth estimated $3.7 billion to sell you snake oil, primarily stems from his role as the co-founder and CEO of Colossal Bioscience. All right, so how could he have that money come from this, a company focused on de-extinction? And from the success of previous ventures, that's what I want to know, including Hypergiant. What the fuck is Hypergiant? So whatever Hypergiant is, that must have been where he got the money from. What is Hypergiant? Is a company. Austin, Texas-based AI software company founded in 2018 that develops AI-enabled decision-making software for the space, defense, and critical infrastructure sectors, focusing on data. So he worked on an AI company in 2018, made a lot of money, and now he's doing sham bullshit, Colossal Biosciences. Interesting. Now, the really cool thing is the other guy that works there. The other guy is... Where is it? Where's my notes here? Where's me notes? Where be me? Oh, man. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's my notes. George Church.
One of the features of the transparency on your website is that you have a list of your donors, so that people can see where the money comes from. And you apparently were not shy about putting Jeffrey Epstein on there. How did you meet him, and what did he fund, and how did that work out?
Yeah, so I mean, it's unfortunate. You don't always know your donors as well as you would like, even if other people do. And he liked attending meetings with scientists, cutting edge scientists were talking. So I would go to meetings mostly because the scientists were there, and he, you know, is. I don't think I didn't feel like I was being particularly bold by listing all of my donors on my website. I still do that, but you never know who's going to end up being have an undesirable aspect to their life.
You regret taking that money now?
I regret not knowing more about the donor. I think in general, when people so-called tainted money can be used for good. You know, like a lot of tobacco money was used for good things. I think the issue is more a matter of not validating them, not calling it out as soon as you see it. But it, you know, it was one of these things where you first learn about it, and it's not. It's just like. When you first hear about it, it doesn't sound like it's something serious. And it's only recently that we've found out that it was something serious, or that become aware how serious it was.
So how about you give that money back? You know, how about you give that money to victims of sexual assault or something, or and take their name off of your website. I think I think it's still there. You know, he's so, you know, well, I took the money and I'm still using the money, and money. Yeah, so there you go. There's an Epstein tie into all this de-extinction shit. Maybe they're trying to bring Epstein back to life. Maybe this is like a Romeo Juliet thing. You know, he didn't commit suicide. He's not even dead. They're gonna bring him back as a hamster or a fucking a dog. Yeah, this whole anybody that's reporting that they brought the dire wolf back is a retard, and whoever is promoting anything that has to do with that, I think should not be doing that. I don't think that should be. They changed the color of the gray wolf to white, and they're calling it a dire wolf. Dire wolf is a whole different species of creature. They're genetically modifying these animals, and this is happening in America. I don't understand. Didn't they say, like, after like Dolly and cloning and stuff, they're like not gonna do genetic mutating of or CRISPR editing of creatures? Like, what else are they doing? Like, how far are they allowed to go? These people, like, are they allowed to do this? Is this legal? Are these legal activities that this company is doing? I don't know. This is strange stuff, man. There's let's find out here. What is this company's name again? Fucking Colossal Biosciences. Let's see. Let's ask Grok, which is going to be the best answer ever. New York Times. Let's see what the New York Times said about this whole thing. Dire wolves are made famous. Everybody's mentioning Game of Thrones. This is like makes me so sad how we don't have science anymore. We don't have news anymore. We have commercials. Yeah, I'm asking AI. I don't care. Yeah, I'm asking him. Bud, do you know Bud Spuds the Smitey? Yeah, I'm drunk. I can't even say your name, dude. All right, let's see here. Let's go to twitter.com. Doesn't work anymore. X, Grok. Is what they be doing legal? Let's see what Grok says here. You know, you got to trust this completely. Colossal bioscience about it, and it just says so much. All right. Stop. Explain it to me like I'm not going to read all this. Tell me this again in, I don't know, fucking like 40 words. CRISPR Bioscience legally uses CRISPR to revive extinct species. They're not like mammoths. Editing genes in lab research is compliant, but releasing animals could face stricter U.S. and international laws. Is CRISPR legal to use on animals? "40 words, please." Yeah, I'm being nice to my bot here. Yes, CRISPR is legal for animal research in the U.S. under FDA and USDA oversight, requiring safety and ethical approvals. Commercial or wild release faces stricter regulations. So CRISPR is legal to do on animals. Is it legal on humans? In U.S., CRISPR on humans is heavily restricted. What's the worst CRISPR could do to an animal? 40 words or less, please. CRISPR could cause unintended mutations in animals leading to severe deformities, organ failure, or aggressive cancer. What if it made like another, like a disease? Like, what if they make like a sheep, a woolly sheep, and then that thing sneezes on one of the retards working at the place, and then, you know, then they turn into sheep too. What about that? I want you to all think about this while we listen to some more music. We're going to listen to some music. All the music you hear tonight is CC BY 3.0. Yeah, this really upsets me. I don't know if we should be doing CRISPR on animals and then using that to advertise TV shows that are already over. And if it's like legal to do, why don't they do like at-home CRISPR gene editing shit for your, like, you know, your kids to do? Anyway, let's listen to Saman 68 with Desert Race. All this music's on SoundCloud. Go give them a thumbs up and say hi.
Tune in every night to the Dark Sewer Network for Bigfoot Assault. Bigfoot Assault is real cases of people being assaulted by Bigfoot and learning to cope with it. So tune in every night. Rat Radio.
This is Big Ass Foot, Big Ass Salt, and I'm Big Ass Artificial Mystery Salty Man. Tonight's story will shock you and leave your titties agape. Tuck your cunts up and shit her down. Here we go, fuckwits. In the dense jungles of Brazil, near the winding banks of the Amazon River, a team of scientists from the University of Sao Paulo stumbled upon a bizarre discovery. While cataloging rare species of insects and spying on little critters fucking, they spotted a creature that looked like an odd, scruffy dog. Patchy fur, elongated limbs, and a rat-like snout that twitched incessantly. Assuming it was some undiscovered canine hybrid, they tranquilized it, tagged it with a tracking collar, and debated what to do next. After much discussion, they decided it would be best to study its behavior in a domestic setting. A local family, the Silvas, who lived on the outskirts of Manaus, agreed to take in the strange mutt, naming it Rato for its rodent-like appearance. For a few days, all seemed well. Rato was skittish but harmless, gnawing on scraps and skulking around the Silvas' modest home. Unbeknownst to everyone, however, Rato wasn't a dog at all. It was the mutated pet rat of a creature far more primal and territorial, a Bigfoot that roamed the uncharted depths of the Brazilian rainforest. This towering beast, covered in matted fur and reeking of earth and rage, had raised Rato from a pup, and their bond was unbreakable. When the scientists snatched Rato away, Bigfoot's keen nose picked up the trail, and he set off on a rampage to reclaim his companion. The trail led Bigfoot to the research lab on the edge of the jungle, a squat concrete building buzzing with fluorescent lights and the hum of machinery. He sniffed around the perimeter, his massive nostrils flaring as he searched for Rato's scent. The pet wasn't there. The scientists had already handed it off to the Silvas, but something else caught Bigfoot's attention. Through a barred window, he spotted a cage in the lab's basement. Inside were 3 women, all pale and blonde, their white lab coats stained and torn. They were captives, locked up for reasons Bigfoot couldn't comprehend, but instinctively despised. The sight of their imprisonment ignited a feral fury within him. With a taint shivering roar that shook the trees like little ladyboys sitting on my moist lap, Bigfoot tore through the lab's steel door like it was paper. The scientists, 5 of them, clad in goggles and clutching clipboards, didn't stand a chance. The first, a wiry biologist named Dr. Mendez, tried to flee but was caught mid-stride. Bigfoot grabbed him by the leg, swinging him into a wall with a sickening crunch. Another, a geneticist, hurled a beaker of acid at the beast, but Bigfoot shrugged off the sizzling burn and snapped the man's neck with a single twist. The third scientist, a woman who screamed for mercy, was silenced when Bigfoot crushed her skull beneath his massive foot. The remaining 2 tried to barricade themselves in a supply closet, but Bigfoot ripped the door off its hinges and pummeled them into a bloody heap, their white coats turning crimson.
returning to the cage, Bigfoot smashed the lock with a hairy fist and flung the door open. The women, trembling but alive, stumbled out, their eyes wide with a mix of terror and gratitude. They didn't speak his language, but they understood freedom when they saw it. Bigfoot let out a triumphant bellow, then sniffed the air one last time. Rato wasn't here, but the trail was still fresh. He'd find his pet soon enough, or horrible murder everyone until he does. But ass, salt, for now, he had other priorities. Days later, a news report aired on Globo TV, Brazil's biggest network. The anchor, her voice steady but tinged with disbelief, recounted the carnage at the lab. Authorities arrived at the University of Sao Paulo's Jungle Research Outpost to find a scene of unimaginable horror. 5 scientists dead, their bodies mangled beyond recognition, equipment destroyed, walls shattered. 3 women, previously reported missing from a nearby expedition, were seen fleeing the site, unharmed, but in the company of a massive, hairy creature witnesses describe as a monster straight from legend. The broadcast cut to shaky cell phone footage from a farmer in the region. There, in the golden light of dusk, Bigfoot frolicked through a sprawling sugarcane field, naked, unashamed, and towering over the 3 women who danced and laughed beside him. They seemed unbothered by his wildness, perhaps even enchanted by it. The farmer's voice trembled as he narrated. It was like they were celebrating. That thing, it wasn't human, but it wasn't just an animal either. The anchor returned, her expression grim. Police are investigating, but locals warn this may be the work of a creature they call Grande. Bigfoot, one thing is clear. Whatever took place in that lab has unleashed something unstoppable, a word of caution to all. Never mess with Bigfoot. In the jungle, Bigfoot trudged on, Rato's scent growing stronger. He'd find his pet soon and woe to anyone who stood in his way. I hope you'll have a good evening now, and don't catch yourself a case of the ickies. You heard? Yeah. Mystery Man out. Good night, sewer folk.
It's all new. The creature walks among us, more terrifying in human form. Striking at the heart of the city with inhuman fury. The creature walks among us. Horror unleashed by the daring of man and a dangerous experiment of science.
I have burned away the outer scale. There's a structure of human skin underneath it.
The creature walks among us. The grimmest cargo ever brought to civilization. Now a monster made even more frightful by human emotion. Bus Merle Oberon, Lex Barker in The Price of Fear. 2 great thrill pictures on one program.
Nick the Rat, this is Kidbot. I'm gonna go over there. Hey, Nick the Rat. It's me, Stillwater. There's, so when we were talking about, Fallout and how, you got to, see some of the season 1 set designs and stuff like that because it was built in your area. Don't feel bad about not having it in this second season because Follow is really about the whole of America getting fuckered up hardcore. Because, let's face it, it's not like there's going to be any scenes that take place in the Black Hills, let alone spearfish. And that's because spearfish is the Lake Wobegon of the Black Hills. It's not real. There's no such thing as spearfish. Anyone that could have done any Google work would have figured that out by now. Any photo from spearfish is basically just AI generated. Good luck proving me wrong. Love you. Bye.
I'm drifting, falling through the night, no feeling, lost inside my mind. If I disappear, would they even know? No, no. If I fade to dust, would the wind just blow, blow, blow? I'm falling, falling, falling away, screaming but there's nothing to say. If there's a reason, show me a sign, tell me it's worth it, just one more time, one more time. Reflections don't look like me, I'm fading into the beat. Maybe the night won't last too long, maybe there's hope if I hold on. If someone hears this, reach for me, tell me I'm more than my misery. Falling, falling, falling away, but maybe, maybe, maybe I'll stay.
Fuck that shit!
Reflections don't look like me, I'm fading into the beat. Maybe the night won't last too long, maybe there's hope if I hold on. If someone hears this, reach for me, tell me I'm more than my misery. I can't fight the fading away, but maybe I'll stay.
You're building a rock ship here. Fuck that shit! You over here! Run! Run!
If there's a reason, show me a sign, tell me it's worth it, just one more time, one more time. I'm falling, falling, falling away, away, screaming, but there's nothing to say, to say. If there's a reason, show me a sign, tell me it's worth it, just one more time, one more time.
Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit!
I forgot to tell you, you can call me back any time of the day. It doesn't matter. Anywhere here in Central America. And you're welcome, man. Come on down. Like fucking Bob Barker said. You're the lucky one on The Price is Right, motherfucker! Hello?
Midnight in the sewer, and we're listening to you.
That's true. Midnight in the sewer. It's past midnight in the sewer. Looking at my Casio watch, it's 10 past. That's weird. Why is my Casio watch getting all... Is that static?
Hey, is this thing working? Hey, everybody. Welcome. Everybody, gather around, get your kids. Actually, don't get your kids. I might say something bad. I might say fucking. Oh, shit. Fucking. Maybe I do have turrets. Anyway, what's really important here are you people. Yeah, the little people. You little fucking people right there. That's who's important. And you know who you are? You're everybody. You and you and you are all you, okay? You hear my voice? Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean? That's because you and you and you and you and you are all the fucking same. More or less. You're different, you know, you got some bigger muscles, smaller muscles. You got a wanker, you got like 2 wankers, you got 3. This lady over there she's got a wanker on her forehead. But what I'm trying to say is that your government is trying to tear you people apart into fucking groups, and it's really, really, really embarrassing how easily you let it just fucking happen. The Democrats and the Republicans are both the same thing. Anybody that roots for one party over the other party is a fucking loser, all right? So let me just point that out right now. If you are a registered Democrat, or if you are a registered Republican, or if you're registered as anything, organized politics, fucking cult shit. Yeah, and the media is all in on it too, baby. You know, they got the backs of the 2-headed hydra snake that infests the little creatures' minds called Earthlings. You people are really fucked up, man. If you put 2 kids in a park and you put like some corn on the floor, and there's no adults around, there's no fucking security guards with tasers or lassos or fucking Adderall or anything, they would kill each other. These children would kill each other for a little bit of corn you sprinkled on the floor, and they wouldn't even think twice. They wouldn't even think it was wrong. If you put a group of 20 little babies in a fucking circle and put some corn, and one of them like killed 4 of them to get some of the corn, there would be like 5 of them on the other side just not even caring, just be like looking around like, I kind of want some corn, but I'm just too lazy to go over there and get killed by that bigger baby. But you forget that you are you and you and you and you are all you. So you're all part of the same web of gooey fabric space-time, and you guys are just really, really just letting a couple of people control you in all sorts of weird, freaky deaky ways. That's all men and women's bathrooms. Man, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Like, just put a public hole, have everything in the public. Just have all the shitters and all the pissers, near the public fountain. You know, just surrounding the public fountain. You could pop a squat, hit the shit, take a squirt, whatever you got to do in a yurt. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the flexibility of a society to be able to withstand looking at another person naked. Now, if you that's what they got you too by your little private parts. Everybody's all, ooh, my private pitty titties and my ditty bitty bitty titty witties and oh, woody hooty doody pitty witty. You know, if you guys stop putting these little pieces of pubic areas on pedestals, nobody would fucking even really give a shit. It would be phased out. It'd be like, oh, whatever, a titty, a pecker, a testicle, whatever. You know, just as long as they're clean. You know, if they're stinky. Will you be able to arrest people if they fucking don't shower, if they stink? If you're like, oh, this guy's got crust He's got crust on his forehead, and it's growing mold. You know, just arrest that person. And when they're arrested, just hose them off, and then send them back on their way. It's fucking thank you for your service. Our tax money should be paying to clean off homeless people. There should be public showers. Why not? That's what our tax money should be going for. A little bit of that communism in there, baby. Oh, God, I can't believe I just said that. You know what? I should probably just cut off at least 3 of my fucking fingers for saying that one. Yeah, you know, you want the public, your public area to be taken care of. You know, you don't want the stinky person on the street. You don't want the stinky homeless people. You want nice, clean homeless people. I don't know. You give people a box to sit in or a place to fucking sit. You know, there's no more places to sit. You can't just find a bench anywhere. They make all the benches slanted so nobody could sit on them. It's fucking, you guys are all you're killing your society. You're killing your culture. You're fighting with each other. You're like, oh, this guy's this, and this guy's that, and this guy's a girl, and this girl's a guy, and blah, 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 blah. He's blue, he's red, oh, he's tall, he's short, and this guy's fucking... Chill out, everybody. Because don't forget, you are you. And I don't have to worry about any of this because I'm from planet Oktar. I'm an Oktarian. I have no human bullshit DNA in me, and I could spot all the bullshit going on in your society from a mile away. When I was flying around in my little spaceship that crashed on this shitty fucking planet. Well, maybe I'll be able to get a really expensive spaceship from China soon. Who knows? I don't know. Well, anyway, it was great. It was great yelling at you idiots again. Hopefully Nick will finally realize that I was the only reason people actually listen to the show. And let me come back on to be a real newscaster. What is this? What is this AI bullshit? He's got AI people fucking reading shit. He used to have like real stories. Now he's got robots reading to you guys and you're just eating it up. What is wrong with you people? By the way, this voice recording was brought to you by AI. And I am done with my script that somebody has prompted for me, and I'm going to go stick my face in the toilet and give myself a swirly. Nick the Rat is king of kings. Donate today. 917-719-5923. NickandNickTheRat.com. He's got a gigantic dick.
Horchata.
It's all new. The creature walks among us, more terrifying in human form. Striking at the heart of the city with inhuman fury. The creature walks among us. Horror unleashed by the daring of man and a dangerous experiment of science.
I have burned away the outer scale. There's a structure of human skin underneath it.
The creature walks among us. The grimmest cargo ever brought to civilization. Now a monster made even more frightful by human emotion. Bus Merle Oberon, Lex Barker in The Price of Fear. Two great thrill pictures on one program.
Hey, Nick, answer your damn phone. Anyway, well, I'm here now, so I guess I'll speak. This is not medical advice. Not medical advice. And I don't need any HIPAA clearances because you've already spoken of your potential possible issue. The compression of the spine, the issue you're having with your back might be alleviated by some sort of decompression. Do you own a pull-up bar? Of course not. You're a fucking vegan. You couldn't do a pull-up to save your life. But you might look into some I don't know what those phony doctors are. Oh, a chiropractor. You might look at one of those and request some decompression type procedure. Or you could go to sittanddecompress.com. sittanddecompress.com. It's essentially like a harness you would strap on like a horse or some other four-legged rat. Anyway, no, but you strap into it, and it requires a pull-up bar or structure to secure it to above you, and you basically, after you've strapped it around your chest, you sit into it and relax. Just sit, and it helps to decompress the cartilage. As we're all aging, your cartilage between the joints of your spine are, I'm not diagnosing you. I'm not offering any medical advice here. This is just, go to that website that I mentioned, Sit and Decompress. I told him it was a stupid fucking name for a website. Come up with something clever. But anyway, I think he's in, hi-ho. Whatever. He's near you. But now that East Coast, so yeah, regardless, look into some kind of decompression to help your back. Adios, mofo. I'm Rat.
Stop taking Advil, stop taking Tylenol, stop going to the doctor. It's all called Sit and Decompress. I'm the inventor of Sit and Decompress. I'm Dr. Dorsey. Right here it is. Let me show you how it's done. All right, let me show you how easy it is to use Sit and Decompress to get rid of back pain. Okay? Doesn't matter if you have sciatic pain, disc pain, low back pain, just tightness, old injury, or if you've been if you got to go in for surgery. This is something that could prevent you from going into surgery. And why is that? Well, because you're taking pressure off the disc and you're opening up the space. A lot of back pain is caused by compression. Compressing the discs, compressing the spine, okay? We all know that grandma and grandpa get shorter. Well, why are they getting shorter? It's because their spine's getting compressed.
No, it's because the devil is stealing their soul from them. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio, where we're having a lovely Thursday morning. Fuck Granny. Because they lazy. I'm more into compression. Like, look how much compression I could do here. Watch this. Like, I could just do all sorts of... Oh, fucking shit. Turn the gate off, dude. But get the compression way up. Fucking place over here. We got the compression, baby. Bring up the compression over into the right here. I'm gonna pull all the way up in here, right here with the compression. Amen. I'm gonna compress all the way to your right here. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you had a great week. I had a lovely time with you guys. I think it's ready. I think I'm. You know, the funny thing is, Doctor, I'm actually recalling now. I was using a pull-up bar. I did like 50 pull-ups in a row. And then like right after that, that's when my back started hurting. So I think it was because of pull-ups that my back hurt, not because I wasn't doing them. I usually do like 80, 90. I mean, but yeah, let's leave it at that. I hope everybody has a great week. We'll be back next week with more Nick the Rat Radio. I hope you've enjoyed the tunes. Hopefully I'll have Sewer Connect working by then. I'll be getting into it. I have to lose my voice now because I keep smoking all this goddamn weed, drinking all this goddamn liquor. Wonder if you know how everybody's making all this money in the stock market. Like if I sold everything on last month and then I bought everything back today in the morning when Donald Trump said to buy everything because he's manipulating the markets, I could have made a good like 20 cents. I could have made a lot of money, and it seems that the only way I could really, the only stock market I'm really able to use is like the thermostat in the sewer. Like I could lower that, and then I know I'm making pennies. Good luck, everybody. And whatever the future may hold, make sure you don't let somebody lie to you, and don't believe everything you hear. Gambling sucks, man. It's so weird that gambling is allowed. Like fucking sports gambling and betting and the stock market, all that should be illegal. There should be no gambling. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back next week, and yeah, I love you guys. That's all I gotta say. All right, the last couple songs, that was Shadow with "Show Me a Sign." There was Fire Sale Labs with "Silent Motion," and now we're about to hear Electric Dark Souls with "At Gunpoint." Good night.
You're building a rat ship here.
Fuck that shit!
Nick the Rat!
Unmute that fucking tab!
Hey, Nick the Rat. I don't know if you know this, but I saw you yesterday in the grocery store. We each read the same banana. Our hands touched. I looked up and I ran away. That was it. Enjoy that Zika virus, motherfucker.
Hey, motherfucker.
I know those videos can be a little intense. Hi, Daquan, welcome. We are doing a charity stream. We're doing a charity stream and we're giving cat treats. Nick the Rat, you fucking get out of here, you boo-looking ass. Hi.
Nick the Rat. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
Alright, again. Nick the Rat. Hello.
We make the rules, pal. The news, war, peace, famine, upheaval, the price of a paper clip. We pick that rabbit out of the hat while everybody sits out there wondering how the hell we did it. Now, you're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market. And you're part of it.
Don't